No, I love it.
for
Yeah, no, I
ourselves.
love sharing. My little brother grew up on Barney. Remember Barney? So sharing is caring. So I
Uh-huh.
heard the phrase sharing is caring. I don't even know, 40,000 times in like 2 years,
Uh-huh.
So like that phrase sharing is caring is tattooed in my brain somewhere. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. I cut one of these revenants because I don't need both.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. Why not? Sounds good.
Uh,
So
I would then yes.
we're going first, so we do need to have like a few proactive plays, but also we don't want. We've already got Philippa, Defender, Yen. We've got a Neuromancy Heatwave. Like we probably want a mulligan a gold card in this position, I would say, because our hand's gonna otherwise be too gold heavy. We want to. I wouldn't ever kick the Heatwave or the Anero, or maybe we kick the Dragon and just say that the Dragon is sort of like a decent card for later. And we don't want to hit Maddox, so this seems good. This seems good. This is fine. We missed the Maddox. That's the main thing. Like we didn't.
Yeah, I know. I almost didn't press Maxi again because
Uh
I
huh.
forgot. All right, so we're being proactive. So defender first, I would think, right? Setting up the board for these gents and maybe
So
this gent.
in round
That's
one,
what I would
when we're
do. Yeah.
going first, what we want to try and do is we want to try and win the round, obviously, but as cheaply as possible. Alternatively, we want to lose the round as cheaply as possible. So opening defender is quite committal. Like, let's say we go defender and then we go yen and then we play another card and then they pass. We would feel pretty sad. So I would be kind of tempted to just go for maybe a revenant and we could even shield it. Starting
Yeah,
off like it
use
sets
this
an
on
engine
it.
up. Yeah, if we had an archer here, I would say we go for an archer, but because we don't, I kind of just like the revenant. And yeah, the archer's probably the best card to open with as well, just because it's an engine. It gains a point every turn.
Okay, that makes sense. My daughter Lily approves of that move.
Nice.
Oh, armor friend, gross creepy bug. Okay. All right, so I would think I'm not wasting heat wave on that, I don't think. But I think I can ping down maybe this armor this round is what I would try to do. Maybe use some of these bombs on here plus Matic to try and get
Yeah,
that
I
9
mean,
down.
a lot of times Heatwave on Egan makes a lot of sense because it denies the Ozeril, but against Keltalis, which we're assuming this is with this leader, then Heatwave can be really really valuable later on. So the one downside of trying to ping off the armor with bombs is they could eat it with a Indrega warrior. What I kind of like is maybe just ignoring it for the moment, and we can decide what to do later. We could go for a PFI, and then we could kill the ones that it spawns, and get another revenant maybe. But I also think pinging off the armor would be good. We could also Philipper it and wipe the armor out that way too. So there's a
I
few
was
things we could
wondering
do.
at that because Philip that I was tempted to do that, right? Because
Hmm.
that's what 10 damage. So
Yeah.
he would have been toast right there. Interesting. Oh. Huh. All right. Now Philippa does not seem as grand.
It doesn't,
This
does
is
it? So maybe we missed an
Superb
opportunity. Maybe we were
specimen,
supposed to go
truly.
for the Philipper. And
yeah.
again, the fact that she's one power would have allowed us to do that. So I think that's my mistake on this one. Yeah, and Noirman's pointed out we do have Aguara value if we wanted to go for Aguara off a Neuromancy. But usually speaking, what we want to do is we want to try and use a Neuromancy maybe for Assault in round one, but we could go for the Aguara. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to go for that player, I definitely don't hate it. It's a bit of a flex.
Who's Aguara?
She's the
Oh,
unlocked
yeah,
lady.
yeah. Let's flex. Let's flex. Let's flex. So we're gonna remove this, right?
Back row,
Remove
back
the
row, yeah.
lock?
Back
Yeah,
row.
I got
Woo!
it.
I got nervous for a sec. And
I know.
then we
There.
can
Haha.
kill
Now
the one
what?
as well.
Bingo. Yeah, you can't lock me. This is why I love Aguara.
Exactly.
That exact.
And that's why
Flexi.
a Neuromancy comes in as well. When you've got
Mhm.
lots of tech cards like that as well, Neuromancy becomes a lot better. And this is great for us, like investing a Parasite onto a Revenant. Now, is there anything
Alright.
important that's just happened about our opponent's play?
He used a special to get rid of my thing. He didn't develop his board.
Yeah. Before he was ahead of us, but
Yeah, bingo
this
bongo.
Parasite means it was a 3 tempo play. We have a pass if we would like to take it. Now, if we just look at our hand, We've got
Yeah.
some bronze cards. We would quite like to play a bomb to thin the Madoc, ideally. But let's say we play a bomb and our opponent gets ahead of us. Then we would have to invest a gold card. Whereas if we pass here, we can probably... Yeah, I quite like the pass.
I don't think she's going to work in this round either, it doesn't seem like, right? Like, he's going tall, right?
I think if we end up playing a bomb, all it would take for our opponent is to play a gold card, and then we would have to like invest a heat wave or something like that, which we'd rather save, right? So if we look at this round, we spent a Revenant, a PFI, and our first Anero for an unlock, whereas they spent Egan, a lock. And the most important thing is we didn't lose on even, which is really, really easy to do against monsters with this like 13-point Egan they played.
That's where, too, I really struggle, is round one, like, the card, like, even, and when I should pass. I almost always take it to the wire. Sometimes I'll pass on 4 cards, but that's one thing I'll clean up maybe if we do another session. All right, so round 2.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of a bomb, probably. And I would keep this because of Madoc being in the deck still. We just don't... I would just keep this hand.
Okay, even with the end.
Yeah, keep it. Just because I think drawing Madoc is kind of game losing.
I see. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
and Geiger said in the chat, if we went for a bomb, the Riders would have got them ahead there. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we went for a Dancing Star, it would have. I think a Falabomb would have been a tie. But they also could use a leader charge, right? So probably what somebody at a high level might have done if our opponent made that Parasite play, they might have also gone for a leader charge to stop us having that pass.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so he wants to win 2-0. Is that what's happening here? That's what feels like what's happening here.
Well, certainly we need to respect this, right? Like, this is quite an aggressive play from our opponent. But the good news is we're a control deck, so this if there's a card in our hand that answers this very, very nicely. There's actually 2.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I would think Philippa answers it nicely, and maybe Dancing Star.
Yeah, Dancing Star does it, right? Like having that 3 damage, just removing a beast seems really good.
Yeah, Philippa, that's only 7, and she does 10, right? So that'd be kind of inefficient.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we just don't need to overcommit, and this is quite nice just to get the Madoc out, because chances are they're going to play Beast again next, and that would seem like a really good Philippa.
Right.
Because it just cleans up. Okay, they go for it.
This dude loves his locks. Okay, bud. But doesn't that... I still get that back,
Yeah,
right?
that was not a good play.
Yes. Rank 11, baby. Let's go. All right, so now he's got this dinky thing, and so maybe this is where Donmere goes.
Okay, so this is a big moment in the game. If you think about our opponent's position, they're at 7 cards. So if we get ahead here and they pass, then we don't get card advantage because they're going to be at 10 cards, and so would we. So we want to use the cheapest card that we can, basically here. We could either play an Archer or we could play the Bomb.
Oh man. Well, how's Archer?
Archer doesn't get us ahead. It doesn't get us ahead,
Right.
but we can still play another
Bomb
card
does.
to do it. So
Bomb gets us ahead though, right? But I'm gonna do.
yeah,
I guess that's.
I think that's the most. I think that's the most logical approach. I think honestly, it could secretly have been better to go Archer here, but
yeah. So
only
why would that have been? So
just because it develops our engine a bit quicker, and we're basically saying if he plays another card here, we can get ahead anyway. So, but I mean, with this play, with the fact he's killing our Madoc, good.
This guy hates Madoc. What's wrong?
Yeah,
Jamlot.
And he's now at that 6 cards mark. So if we can just be ahead of him after every turn, we're laughing. So our Neuromancy is almost definitely just tied to our Amphibious Assault this round, because that if we go for our Assault, that means we're going to top deck it for round 3. So we've got a few things we could do. If we could just play the Archer, we could go Defender now. Like, we could go Assault for a Revenant or for an Archer.
If we do AA and Nero into AA, are we pulling Revenant or Archer? Is that what we're trying to pull?
Yeah, I would say probably an Archer, because we have this Forbidden Magic.
All right. So should we Nero AA Archer because he might survive?
I like it.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm running out of time.
We're all good.
You're all good because you're a professional. This girl's a cucumber. I'm just the dad who's like, a shot clock, ah, panic mode. All right. Good job, baby. You're eating your feet. I know. Eating your feet is somehow a better idea than playing a lock against Matic, my baby.
This is also like the best time to use assault. It's in if you can avoid using assault in round one. Um, our opponent's now trying to win the round again, but we've used our first assault, and we're
Hmm.
also going to have an assault for later on now for round three. So we're guaranteeing ourselves a big gold card for round three, which is just obviously great.
Right. Okay. So here, I still want to save this for round three. I feel like, right? Wouldn't want to use this right now.
Well, it's a lot of
And then
points, isn't it? Yeah, it's. I
I
agree.
know
I
I'm
agree. If we don't feel we need to now, because of our leader, obviously we would like to have a Darren with our leader. Like if you imagine we had a Darren in hand here, what we would do is we would play a Darren, and then we would lead us straight away because then we would have 3 archers. We don't have that luxury, and I would just say if we were to go archer plus leader, I think it's enough to get us ahead.
so leader first, then or
Leader,
just
yeah,
art doesn't matter.
yeah. We need to be a little bit quick though,
Sorry.
because we're gonna have to use the pings. So I would just ping
Oh,
this down a couple of times, so just enough to get us ahead.
oh.
Yep, that's sweet. We can ping it some more.
Uh,
And the reason we
I-
take this play is because our leader is essentially an extra engine. So we've now developed our engines as quickly as we possibly can. And
oh,
as you
that's
mentioned, this heat wave, okay, would have been great, but like the chances are this heat wave is going to be really good later on as well.
like falling stars. Oh, no. What does this do?
So Nithral is going to damage us by 2 per turn, but we can probably clean up here. So if we think about our ways, we would like to remove this. So we've got 3 damage on the board, but we don't have any way of dealing 5. But if we were to Philippa, we could. And because Philippa's random damage, sometimes you might be able to set it up to make it perfect. So if we could, for example, make this Nithral 4 strength, Philippa would kill the Nithral and then all the other pings would go elsewhere. Whereas if we were to make the Nithral 5 strength, Philippa could deal 4 and then 3 to the Nithral at 1, and we would waste 2 points. We can't do that though. So probably the best
Yeah.
bet is just to slam Philippa before any of the pings, and then we can
Yeah.
use the pings most efficiently. So hitting the Nithral first would be the best. Yeah,
Go Philippa. Let's go Philippa.
bang. So she cleaned up.
Frontliner, go. You tank there. 1 power Philippa.
And yeah, Blaze in the chat has mentioned as well, sometimes keeping charges can be important because then we could line up forbidden magic and stuff. So they've passed, so we win the round, we're up a card.
Yeah.
We've still got all these golds in our hand. We committed leader and Philippa, but we've got assault on top of our deck as well.
To that person's point, that's where I know I mess up sometimes. I'm just like, oh, because I always feel like if they're gonna remove my unit, lock my unit, and then I'm wasting those charges. So a lot of times that's probably my reasoning behind using my charges almost every turn. All right, so I don't know if we need both of the. I guess both of these would help with Matic, but there's better cards we have.
Yeah,
that
I think
actually-
like Red Haze could be really good here, but it also could brick. So I reckon we kick the Red Haze just to be safe because we should be in a really good spot here. The Revenant's great, and I think the Forbidden Magic can go. We've used our archers already, so
Yeah,
Forbidden Magic could be just awkward to set up.
So what did we not get? We didn't get this fun friend, but other
Or
than
we
that,
almost bricked our assault as well, so that's just something to be careful of. We don't have
all
loads
right,
of...
so I'm going first. They're going last. Now that means
Yeah, so we've got, that's right. If you've got first say in a round, it means they're going to have last say, unless in this situation, because we have an extra card on them, we have first say, which is actually really good for a deck like ours, which is an engine deck, but we also have last say too. So because we've got this Yen Con, she's our biggest engine, and we have this Revenant, we don't want either of these to die. I would say going Defender first makes a lot of sense here.
and I could put this on either row, so it doesn't really matter. None of these are row dependent, which I enjoy. So let's just go range throw. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Seducer.
Beefy.
How tall is he going to be? Woo!
Beefy.
8 10.
Beefy.
What is Goliath, maybe?
Oh yeah, Goliath's that death wish thingy-majig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So developing the engine.
Yep. Which engine is going to be the most points per turn? Most likely.
Um, Points per turn. Well, wow, that's a really interesting question. I mean, I think that this is going right on him, but this has got order, so it probably makes more sense to get it out now.
Yeah, I think Revenant would make sense. I would just say get the yen down. Like she's
Oh,
because we could
really?
maybe try
Okay.
and line this up, and then she could really spiral out of control.
Right,
But
like over the course of the game, the
exactly.
next couple turns, just point, 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 point.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
reason why I like Yen later is I like them to throw out. I mean, this doesn't work against this deck, to be fair, but a lot of swarmy decks, right? Like I like them to develop the board. Then Yen comes down. They don't even realize you're setting up for a Yen then,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoy about her, certainly. Ugh. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. 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 Amphibious assault would be pulling what though? Really, what
It's
am I
only
pulling with this?
only this PFI, unfortunately, which isn't
PFI.
great. But yeah, I mean, our
No,
next best engine is this Revenant, so I think
yes, drop,
we
drop.
should just go for that. We can't really do too much else, unfortunately. Here. And what we can do
Oh,
next
right.
turn, this beast is going to go to 11. We could ping the beast down with the ballista, because that's going to deal 1, and then the yen will ping both the beast and.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And you can see as well, like this leader we used, the archers, like they would have synergized really nicely.
I know.
But just wasn't. We kind of invested our leader, and I think that was fine to do. So, yeah, I think we should just go for the ballista because then we can ping this beast down to 10 and start to get some yen value.
Yeah,
I love Yen Con. What a card!
she's great. And you don't have to aim her, right? Like sometimes with the clock, like I'm like, I gotta grab the thing and drag. It's just like done. A little zap, everybody's down one. I love it. It feels fun to use, right? Like that's what's fun about it. You click on it and fun happens.
Mm-hmm.
Opponent, 4 cards.
So with this ballista and the revenant, it means we've got 3 removal plus the bomb means we could remove something up to 6 strength if they play it. Oh, looks like they might have just done exactly that.
Yeah, because we need to get Mata because of his order, right? Like we should get that down pretty early.
So yeah, the phantom here is at 6. So if we were to deal 2 with the ballista, we could then deal 3 with the dancing star, and then the revenant could get the death blow. So that works really nicely for us.
Yes. Hi. Hello. Bingo. And look at little 9/9. Now 8s. See, Yen. Go Yen. Okay. Oh, ouch. Well,
That's
there goes the
cheating.
pen.
Now, unfortunately, this 2 of these cards are sort of misaligning themselves for our Yennefer, which is pretty unfortunate, honestly. Like, there's not much we can do about that.
Do we want a Matic then? Try and line everything up?
We could do, honestly. I don't hate it. We could also, yeah, I kind of like it, and I think we should just go for the PFIs off of Assault because they're going to give us those 1 strength. I kind of like the idea to just try and high roll it.
Yeah, that's my whole life is just high rolling, man. Oh, bam, bam. All right, and then Revenant, one of these.
Exactly. So if we were to have Ronvid as well, like, and we were to have played Ronvid round 1, Ronvid would come out here as well because we play a soldier at 1 strength, and he's just a way of like getting more Revenants, basically. Why he's a consideration. So the beast is going to grow twice, and
I see. What?
Eating, dude. Yen just absolutely smurfing there. So I guess we have to go Yen, and then we go the Dragon on the Hound and the Imlerith. It's not
Yuck.
really ideal. But we should probably
Yeah,
click the Yen first, because we'll do 2 damage.
yeah.
Yen would be smurfing here if this guy didn't have cards that was just growing.
Yeah.
Growing in return. And yeah, we don't want to hit Beast, because Beast will then grow more, so we hit the
Right.
other
These
two.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fireballs. And that's goalie probably in hand.
I have no idea. I reckon we've done it either way. Nice.
Oh, Kikamore Town. Whenever be playing insectoid, that doesn't. Oh, sorry, guy. So should I just pass and not play the
No,
card?
the Heat Wave is Beast. Just let him know.
Hi, guess what? Oh, this thing. I let you know. Boom.
Nice.
That's great.
So,
That's great.
why did we win this game? Like, because it was actually quite close, and we were a card up. Like, what were the decisions do you think that we did that were good? First of all, and then we'll like think about what. Maybe it's better, in fact, to ask why did our opponent lose this game? Do you think what mistakes do you think our opponent made that gave us an advantage in this game?
I think what the person that stands out is they used their 2 removal cards on Matic, which is a lot of provisions. For
Definitely,
a card that's
yeah.
just going to come back again. So I think they didn't mouse over that and maybe read it is a possible explanation as to why, and they just didn't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then I think that's probably the biggest reason why, and maybe using that really awesome, I forget what it's called, the Winter King card in round 1 seems like a really strong round 2 card, round 3 card finisher, but I don't really know monsters at all. I've never played them. I have no idea. So the wasting the removals is a big one. And then I think maybe on our side, to the first part of your question, is me understanding to pass early and just take that loss instead of being then even or down a card.
Yeah.
Because I know I would have probably not passed there and probably would have thrown a bomb or whatever. And then they would have came back over the top with the 4-4 or whatever dominance. And then I would have been behind and then been behind for this round and etc. So that's why I love Gwent. It's like just like chess, the littlest decision can like break your mid game, right? So those are the 2 things that stand out to me.
Yeah, and I think it's exactly right. This pass we took in round 1 was probably the most important thing really for the game, because our opponent had played some pretty good cards like Egon and then Parasite, but this Parasite was a 6 provision card that killed a Revenant, and it was a 3 tempo play, and suddenly they went from being ahead to behind, and it gave us a really good pass. What they could have done as well is use the leader charge to deny us passing. So that's kind of like the most important thing really to ask at the start of every turn. Is this a good pass? Like, and it's still something to this day that there's quite a lot of the time I will be playing or in a call with somebody and they're like, Spez, like, pass? And I'm like, nah. And then I'm like, actually, yeah, you're right. So it's one of those things that's a lot more easy to see, I think, as well when there's more people and as you just play more. And yeah, I think the other one is their bleed in round 2, their decision not to pass when they were at 7 cards, and we had an archer on the board. Just kind of doomed them, because then we went into round 3 with card advantage, and we managed to save a lot of our gold cards as well.
And would you say that the state had a lot of big, tall, growing units, right? So was Revenant really that big of a threat to a
no
deck like that?
Yeah,
like I feel like it probably wasn't. I was actually like, oh, these aren't going to really work this match. That's what I was thinking when I was throwing them down, like these. And so they also, I think, locked a Revenant too, right? So,
and I don't even think we ended up. I think maybe 1 card of theirs, which was Phantom, which we killed with a Revenant, and actually we used all the other Revenants on our own units, and that's like a really effective way of using Revenants. That's where like PFIs and Ronvid come in, and Philippa as well. These 1 strength cards. And would you mind sharing the deck list with chat quickly?
Sure. What do? I go to deck builder and then.
Jobley, it is a paid coaching thing. What I'm probably going to do is I'll do like a giveaway for like a session for some coaching. Could be an idea for subs or something like that. Definitely, like, I think I'm really enjoying doing it as well, so it's definitely something I'd like to do more often.
Yeah. So is this?
So if you go back, you have to do it from the
the main,
and you right click it, and there's a share deck option.
Bingo.
Almost like I'm a teacher or something. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I know. All right. So, where do we want me to?
And
Where do you want me
then
to send this?
if you've got the chat open, you can put it in chat. If not, if you just put it in the Discord, I can post it in chat.
Yeah, here I'll just ping it to you in Discord.
Bang.
Bingo. We still got to come up with a fun name for it. I feel like.
Yeah, I reckon
We
chat's
need
gonna
a
have some good ideas, mate.
right. Yeah, punny chat. I'm old. I like old punny things. Let's go.
Um, trying to
Yeah. Where are we at for time? Oh, probably
like another 30
probably
minutes or so.
up against it.
Get another
Oh,
couple
okay.
games in, I reckon.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we're ready to go back in queue, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I reckon let's go for it. Let's go for it. I've just there's the deck chat. Yeah, so everybody, I'm playing in the Gwent World Cup in like 35 minutes. It's UK against Ukraine. I can't remember the name of the guy I'm playing against, but they've got Forever YOLO on their team. They've got Carr and this other guy who I'm playing against. I can't remember his name. King Ches unfortunately lost against Forever YOLO 2-1, so Bantonio and I need to win our games. Hope for the
Good
best.
for you, man. Pulling for you.
Thanks. I've gone full sweatbag mode. I just net decked Red Dream.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe this will help you because this is like so far removed from what you're doing. It'll just help keep your brain relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
kind of Occam's razor type of logic. All right, hey, look, we got our boy, Creepy Boy,
Nice.
and this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now, do we want to keep Don to keep this up as like a round one all in kind of thing?
Yeah, I would just
Obviously,
keep.
this
Yeah, Matic can go exactly. And we don't want our hand to be too gold heavy, which it doesn't look like it is to me. I would maybe just kick one of these bombs. Probably yeah, just one of these. Finding assault is great because this then frees up our Neuromancy to be used on something else.
yeah. Oh,
That's really good for us because Romvid is going to set up Revenants for us at some point, isn't it? When he comes back at one strength later on, he can
yeah.
get him for some revs.
Okay. So right here, I'd probably put down Don first
Mm-hmm.
to set up this and this.
So Adaran is usually going to be a card we want to use in round 3 if possible, or if we
Okay.
win round 1 and basically not round 1, I would say. And because we're going second, we could try and be non-committal. I don't hate that idea of playing defender though, if I'm honest.
What would be the other play that you would do?
Archer or like assault for a revenant or just a PFI, but I kind of just fancy just going for this archer and just trying our luck. But defender also makes sense. Let's go for the defender.
Yes.
This works. Let's do this. This is the greedy line. Let's use the ping as well.
Sorry.
Let's use the ping. This is what I would do. This is exactly what I would do. I would go for the
and
greedy line. Just ask them if they have an answer.
Right. See, that's where I'm like Mirror Town. See, I get so paranoid that that's going to be wiped off the board, so I almost never, do that. But... Okay.
So, this is a bit of a weird one because if we remove the armor of this, it's not going to gain any more charges, but they still have this one charge left. So I don't hate the defender now. We've got our engine set up and we can ping their armor off. Would be an idea.
Yeah, I think so too. I like that.
And if you think about the sequencing, we basically just got an extra point of damage.
Because we put this out first,
Exactly.
ping, then him. Instead of him, then him ping.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that sequencing is certainly where I really
But
struggle. And I'm conscious of it too. I think about it.
Defender is probably the safe line, but like if you go defender and then this archer, like it could just be an overcommitment. Whereas if we go archer and it gets removed, we can be like, all right, we'll probably just not commit much this round. Whereas in this situation, we're like, oh, we've still got this archer alive. We can probably apply quite a bit of pressure here.
Okay. Oh. So I feel like now maybe this.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's going to get us ahead, which is going to be nice at this point in the game. And it's
we'll be down.
Now,
and so,
Archer would be an idea, but we should go for Revenant. And the reason is that we want to use Archer with Idaran in our leader ability in a later round, right? So we've only got one Archer left in the deck. So yeah, let's go for a Revenant. I would put it behind the Defender as well. And let's ping off our opponent's 1 armor, because that's going to deny them having charges.
Does it really matter what side of the Defender he goes on?
Don't think so.
Okay. All right then.
The only... And let's ping the armor, because that's going to, stop them gaining more charges. The only time I can think of this would matter is, I guess, Dancing Star. I guess it could matter a bit, because this plays into Dancing Star. So in theory, we should have put it to the left. And then Assassination is one.
Right. That's what I'm...
You asked the question, I said no, but I was wrong. It does matter, I guess, but in most situations, it shouldn't. Wait.
Right. No, what
are they going to reset the Donimir? Reset the Donimir! Okay, there's a juicy play here. I'm going to see if you can find it.
All right.
There's a really juicy play.
I think I can ping down this to 5 and then red haze it.
Yeah, one thing we could do even better, we could just red haze it now, because that sets the Baron to 1. And then that gives us a Revenant. Exactly, yeah. Red haze feels really nice in this deck, though. I love it.
I love red haze. It was the kind of the first removal card. I was like, because again, I always try and be like too clever, probably to my own detriment, right? But it was like the first removal card where I was like, this feels good. Why is nobody using this? But it turns out everybody does it. I was only playing for 2 weeks, so I didn't know anything. Hey, all right.
So we won uneven. We did commit our first assault and our defender, but it seems worth it overall. We didn't really do too much. We still got a Neuromancy and like all the best gold cards, apart from the defender, in our hand.
Okay. So now I have 6. He's got 6. We're even. If I would be thinking, if I have a really strong draw, maybe just try and win 2-0.
Yeah, agreed. First, if you have first say with an engine deck, it allows you to develop your engines quicker, which is usually a good thing. So, Maxi's good. She's proactive. The PFI is not bad, but it's probably the worst card in their hand, so we could maybe kick the PFI.
Oh, whoops. Oh,
that's all right. That's fine. All
right.
Yeah, this seems good to me. So I would open here with Assault into Archer or go Revenant. Kind of like the Assault into an Archer.
I told you I panic click on things. I wasn't lying, bro.
And we're not going to use Leader because we're going to this is hopefully going to survive. And then we're going to go Idaran.
Then Leader.
Yeah.
I see. Right.
Okay, so they removed the armor, which is kind of sad, but the main thing is we can Idaran still. And we're going to get... So we have to Idaran the back row. It's really important because he spawns them on the same row and archers are locked to the ranged row.
You're right.
And suddenly, engine overload. We've got 3 engines on the board, which if you ever have more than 1 engine, it's very, very difficult for for people to deal with that. So yeah, we should just kill this Sheila as well.
Oh, hi Sheila. Oh, Sheila.
Gone but never forgotten.
Yep. I like that song too. It's a good song.
I've not heard it. There is a Sheila song though that I
yeah.
It's a Jamie T he's called. He's like a punk UK guy that I used to listen to a lot when I was young.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, so this is nice for this. Feel like I can get this out.
Yeah, I like it. The other thing we could do actually is we could try and kill this commando just to deny that. Now, there's 2 ways. There's a couple ways we could do that. We could use the D-bomb. Also, though, off of a Neuromancy, we could play a Forbidden Magic, which is also going to spawn a Revenant. So we need to, if we line this up to 2 strength first, the commando.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because this is killing our opponent's engine while also setting up our own. And that's actually a really rare thing in Gwent. And that's why I've always loved this Forbidden Magic card. It was one of my favorite cards for a long time. And Idaran then is also spawning a 1 strength. It would have been better if this Revenant spawned in the front row, because obviously we might fill up, but...
Still. Right. That's dirty, though.
It is.
Oh. Donnie. All right, I love Donnie. I feel like he's one of the Wahlbergs, like Donnie Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg. I don't know why. I just feel like there's like a bro underneath that armor. Like, come on, let's go get Swall on the front line, everyone. Uh, all right. So obviously easy. Well, I can't now, but I could heat wave him and then just start tearing up his board.
I like it. Yeah, I
Um,
think we don't have a purify, so heat waving this just makes sense rather than having to go through the armor and shield, and we can just
right.
carry on.
Wasting. Yeah. Okay. So hi, hello.
Now we can also use this revenant at 3 strength to kill the 1 strength revenant that we just used up.
This guy.
Mhm.
Right. This gent. Sweet. That's. And then just maybe ping him down or save these
I
charges.
reckon, yeah, saving them seems good because then we might be able to line some more stuff up.
Okay. Man, we've got a big lead. This feels good. Oh.
And this is where like first say comes into it, and like because it's sort of a mirror matchup. It's quite similar to our deck. We managed to get our engines down first, and that means because they're damage engines, we're being able to remove their threats first.
Yeah. So probably just the easy ping here, right, on Ron.
So Ronvid
And
comes
then-
back, so if we can kill other things, that would be more preferable, because every time they play a soldier,
Oh.
he comes back. And we're probably going to be able to fill our row up, so I would probably just ping this archer a few times, and then kill the archer with a revenant. That seems like the best approach, I reckon.
That makes sense.
Just because row space is an issue, and they forfeit. Nice.
Oh, GG.
That means you can play another
Yeah.
one. Banger.
Yeah, getting that 3, you're right, those engines, like the proactivity of that's ridiculous tempo. It felt really strong.
Yeah, and that's what like the Adaran does. This engine overload is like as soon as you've got 2 engines on the board at once, most people can only answer 1 at a time, which means you're always going to have an engine ticking.
Mhm.
And that's
Is
what
that why,
Revenant's
like-
deck do. That's what Revenant decks do really well. They just play lots of small engines that the first one might get removed, but chances are the third
Yeah.
one won't.
I'm not on Twitch. Has chat come up with a super punny name for this?
No, they
deck?
haven't, which is just a really poor effort.
Come on, friends. Let's go. Preferably an 80s or 90s reference would be great, but do what you do. All right, Skelliger.
We will never bow to the invader.
That was a pretty good impression, actually.
Yeah, thanks, man. I do some voice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, wow, do we want this? I mean, this is my logic. Oh, I got this ridiculousness round 1. Shouldn't I just go for it and lock up round 1?
Mhm.
That's what I would think.
Sure. The problem is we're going first. So if we were to do that, our opponent can just pass, and we didn't really gain that much from it.
So should I drop?
I would still keep it. I would maybe mulligan an archer because we could assault for it later. I would probably kick the red. I don't like red haze when we're going first. I can see it being really awkward. And I would probably keep the hand because I don't want to hit Maddock because I think that's how we lose.
Yeah, see, that's my problem too with red haze. I love it so much. I just keep it every time.
Yeah, so it's one of those cards that's a lot better when you're going second because your opponent's, we're making the first play here. So in theory, our opponent, if we remove one of their cards, like it can become awkward. So
I would.
there's
Yeah, go ahead.
2 clear plays I can see, and yeah, you've sort of nailed it. It's either Archer or Revenant, right?
Yeah, and I would shield both, right? Either way.
Yeah, so if we
Probably.
shield the Revenant and then we spawn another Revenant, the second Revenant isn't shielded. Whereas if we shield the Archer, it's just always shielded, right? They would actually have to remove the shield. So I kind of like opening with the Archer and giving it a shield. I think it applies the most pressure to our opponent's side of the board. Because
good.
we've now got like this 2 damage ready to go for the next turn unless they answer it, which means we've got 5 removal with a Dancing Star, or if we had a D-bomb, it would be 6. It's pretty difficult for... Like, Skelliger has a lot of 4-strength engines, particularly in round 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the Revenant also could have been a nice approach, but...
Oh. Shippy town. Okay. All right. You like ships, do ya? So I'm gonna get pinged on stuff. I got 2 here, 3. That's 5. I could pull this out and then use this to like knock this out on the next turn to set up Revenant. Is what I would think. Is like pull Revenant now and then the next turn, bomb and archer this thing to set up a revenant.
Sure. So that is definitely one approach. The only issue with that is if they play Blood Eagle, for example, they could then use Blood Eagle on this Revenant. 3 strength for Skellige isn't that hard to do, but usually it's Bear Witches, which are like adrenaline. So I think we should just be like, if we just kill their engine first, then it's probably a bit safer. So we can ping it down and then Dancing Star, or we could Dancing Star then ping it down. I think that's just like a little bit of a safer option, just because, mainly because of Blood Eagle.
I think that's how I get a lot of L's too. You know, how I always catch the L train is I usually go with something like that, and then that card's gone. Then I'm like, oh, now what? Right?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like that happens to me a lot. Okay.
Wow, that's an interesting one.
All right. So, bingo bongo. I got some pings here. 6. Whenever this unit takes damage by 2. You know, the baller in me just wants to heat wave this thing and be like, sorry. But I know I should save that for, you know, iced or whatever round 3, right?
So we've got,
Truly.
if we think how this game went so far, we set up our engine, we responded to our opponent's engine. There's now nothing to remove. So what card in our hand, like, that is the least committal? That's also like an engine that we could get some points from potentially. I'd say the Revenant, right? Because and then we could play the PFI next, for example, and then it's working as an engine. Yeah.
Okay. And then I don't want to mess with him
let's
right
not
now,
ping that. No, because Blue Boy is
awesome.
He is a bit of a baller.
That was one of the first gold cards I ever got. That's why I played Skellige for like so long, because Blue Boy was like the first gold card I got. So I kind of, he's always got a soft spot in my heart for Blue Boy.
This is some nice synergy from our opponent. Let's just don't hit the we just got high rolled.
Yeah. Okay.
It's quite awkward.
We could ping this Dancing Star and hope that random is Matic.
It's the baller line. Let's go for it. I like it. If you want to go for it, I back you every step of the way. So we can click the Matic as well before we play the Dancing Star. And then he's going to come back at 3.
Oh, genius. I see. That's where I would have not done that. I was too excited to play Dancing Star.
And I reckon we just use this ping, honestly, just because
we don't have
we're trying to, basically in this position, if we ever get a pass now, because like they kind of answered our Revenant engine, we aren't going to have many points. Like our hand just doesn't have much juice without committing golds. So we're really looking to find a pass, I would say here.
A superb specimen.
Which we still haven't quite found.
No. This, we want to save her probably for a longer round, right?
Yeah.
But this seems okay. Double bings.
It's just a shame it's hitting armor, right? On both counts.
But wouldn't it set up the 3 for?
That's
Matic?
true. Yeah, we could click. We could if we click the mat. That's a good point. Yeah, we could click the Matic to kill the ship. I like it.
Yeah, because it's either that or like Ballista, right? I feel like.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, sweet. Boom, boom. Hi. How are you?
And this is also more tempo than a Ballista, so it gives us better odds on getting the pass. And we should use this ping on the back row because we just want as many points as possible.
Right. Yeah.
To try and get a pass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because this is what Revenants is quite bad at, like getting points in round 1 if your Revenant gets answered in particular. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
I love winning, like when you see the score line at the end and it's like 5-2-9. Like it's, for some reason that's fun for me. All right, so we're down a card, right?
We are.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. So I feel like just dry pass.
Okay, so let's think. I think we push. You know, like last game we had our engine set up first before our opponent. We want to do that same kind of thing. So we definitely want to keep the assault and the forbidden magic and the bomb. Basically, I'd probably mulligan either the PFI or the ballista. It's up to you which.
Because this spawns though. This will give us more of
Mm-hmm.
these. Let's do this.
And I would even mulligan the PFI. Let's just try and find another gold card. Okay, so this assault is our first assault. So essentially, this assault is like a free card. We can just play this. I think the game plan should be can I just quickly look at the deck, like what cards we've got for...
Oh, yes. Please.
So, Defender could have been nice for this spot, but we don't have it. I would just say we go Assault for the Archer, and then if they don't remove it, we could go in Darren and really apply a lot of pressure. And we're at 7 cards here, so if they make like a play that makes things awkward, we could still pass, because our hand is a bit awkward.
It is. It feels awkward. That makes sense, because if we pass on 7, we'll have 10 for round 3.
Exactly, and this Assault is like a free card.
Superb
So a lot of the
specimen.
time with Assault in like other Northern Realms decks, you would go like Assault for a Quedwini Knight here at 13 points, and they would have to like get a lot of points to overtake that, and we're getting Assault back, so it's kind of just like free. So this sucks because of Darren. So we are kind of forced to pass here, which is kind of just due to the lack of proactivity, which is kind of my fault because we could have had a PFI, but we should still be fine. We're going to have to use Leader on Revenants, which is a bit spooky as well. But I reckon we're going to be alright. I think the Defender and the Yen is going to help. And this Curse of Corruption was going to be great against us. It would have killed our Defender, it would have killed our Darren or our Yen, right? So
yeah, that's true. I like that you use Spooky for the Spectres. Good job. Good word choice.
So I think we need to kick one of these Forbidden Magics. I think if we're going to be over swarming quite a lot. And what are we still looking for in our deck? Are there any golds we're missing? Nah, we've got a Neuromancy for Aguara as well if you want it, so I would just keep this. I don't think it's going to get any better. We can go Assault for a Revenant potentially.
Okay, so we're good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Good. Yeah, me too. Double bomb round 3, Matic time.
Oh, Fish Flapper!
Yeah, that's your BFF right there.
Exactly. So one advantage of going second is we're a control deck, so while we can't get our engine set up early like we'd like to, we can answer their threats and just be annoying and uninteractive. So yeah, just taking the D-bomb here makes a lot of sense. Rip Fish Flapper, gone but never forgotten.
I love that card. I don't know why, it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's weird that they put that down without anything. Click on it, and it's only 3. It's pretty easy to remove.
Yep.
So I kind of want to just bomb it before it gets too out of control.
I agree.
All right. Another bomb. Have another bomb. It doesn't do anything for our Matic, but oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. You get a bomb, and you get a bomb.
Also, this play tells us something about our opponent's hand. Like, this doesn't seem like an optimal play, so it would suggest they're struggling for proactivity.
Maybe they're baiting removals out, because I'm just like being so aggressive with removals.
Mm-hmm. So, we also do need to begin to think about getting our engine sorted with like this Yennefer, for example. We could Philippa to kill this Defender and then save Heatwave for something else. That would be one option.
Yeah, I'd like that.
But if we're going to do that, we would have to take the... I kind of like the Philippa now, honestly, just answering this.
Yeah.
Because I still think our opponent's struggling for proactivity. So if we just keep removing their stuff while it's denying our Yennefer points, like it's delaying her, I think our opponent is not going to be happy about how this round is going so far.
That makes sense. And now next play is probably like Donnie to set this up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Donnie Wahlberg. Oh, what's
That's
coming
cheating,
back?
dude.
Oh.
So we could have played around this by heat waving it instead, and that would have...
I know. Dang, I forgot about how great this card is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's fun. Okay. So...
I think we need to get our Yen go in, right? And Ara Darren and all that sort of stuff. So I would play defend. I would
Yeah.
go defender back row probably. It doesn't really matter actually. You can go either. Probably
Yeah.
back row makes more sense though.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What now, friendo? What will you do?
Oh, that's quite
Everything's-
scary actually. That's very scary actually. So they could, in theory, play a. Oh, this is scary. They could play a. We have to take this heat wave on the. Oh wait, no, we don't. Wait. So they might play Sucrus next.
Yeah.
Arnagad next. But what
Yeah.
we can do is if we just get our Yennefer down now,
Right.
we could heat wave defender, and then we could go a Nero for Aguara and lock the Arnagad, and that would answer him. So, let's just get this engine developed, yeah.
Yeah, Yen and then Heatwave probably.
Pick up when I'm done with you.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jobly, I'm playing my game in like 10 minutes in the World Cup.
And yet he's taking the time to coach a casual dad. What a modern gentleman. Appreciate the time, by the way. For
Yeah,
real.
mate, no, I appreciate your time. It's been fun. So yeah, they're going to go leader, which is going to give them more armor on the Arnagad. But fortunately, we have this Giza Aguara to answer it. So we can heatwave defender. And then this is also where the Moondust would have come in really nicely too. We could have just Moondusted
Right.
the defender and then... But yeah, we can just take the heatwave on the defender, and then we're going to go for the
right.
lock from Aniromancy.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then do I want a Yen? Just a Yen?
Yeah, we may as well still ping her for sure.
Yeah, right? Because that's a 10. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. So what does this do? Oh.
So he's going to damage each of our cards by 7.
Yeah.
But this Sucrus that's next to him stops him being damaged. So it's kind of like it's a bit of an Exodia play if you don't have the answers, but fortunately we do with the
Alright,
Agora in the
so
deck.
we're just gonna lock them, right?
Mhm.
We're gonna lock this Arnagad, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And click the
Huzzah.
yen as well.
Click the Yen.
Yep. So we do need to try and get this Idaran down. That is one thing for sure. So we should go Assault for a Revenant next, I think.
And then a Darren. Then
And honestly, we
Leader.
should probably just lead us straight away because we've got so many ones that we can kill that we should just have loads of Revenants flooding the board.
Well, oh, okay. So assault to Revenant. Right?
Yep, I would go back row with it and then leader
definitely.
straight away. This Forbidden Magic is looking really awkward, but I think we're going to be okay here.
All right, and then just Yen. Right?
Exactly,
Click
yeah.
Yen and.
Mhm.
Oh, this is nerve-wracking. My nerves. Baby's asleep. She got bored. She got bored watching her dad clunkily play card game.
And if you look at the situation, the fact it's 8 cards into the round and we're only just getting our engines down, something has gone horribly wrong for us. Like, we really want
Yeah.
this to be like our first play realistically, but
Yeah.
never mind. We got the yen down earlier, and it did make things quite awkward for us. So yeah, we can
Okay.
yen.
Now we want
Yeah, exactly. And I would
him.
yeah, we want to play a
front
Darren.
row?
Front row, yeah, seems good because we can kill some of the ones in the front and free up some space in the front. So I think front row
Okay.
makes sense. And then we just kill 2 ones with our revenants, and that's going to spawn some more revs in the front as well, or spawn a rev in the front.
And Yen.
Mhm.
And
Yen is putting
Great.
in some work, mate.
isn't it great?
Mhm.
I can only imagine. Like I would love to see you like build a deck just around Yen.
Mhm.
Do some dirt with Yen, man. I'm excited to see that.
It would look very similar to this for sure.
Yeah. Well, he's out of options. Wowzers
in.
and me trousers. That's
Doesn't
it.
matter that our last card is 2 points. We take it.
Right. So. do we just anywhere?
What we can do, one sec, we can ping the 8 with a revenant.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
And the Yennefer value. Oh, it's
no,
not
you
going to work
can't
because of
bring the
Sucrus. Oh, rip.
All right.
Oh! Okay, I panicked. We're fine.
Huzzah! I wanted to throw you for a loop there. Sorry, I don't know. I was just using everything, man. I don't know. Oh, my bad there.
No, that was good. Well,
I was like, hey, look, all the cards.
well, I've got a dip because I think this
Yeah,
guy's
man.
messaging me about World Cup, so I should reply to
Yeah,
him. So.
go handle your responsibilities. I appreciate you so much. We'll chat some more, right? Maybe do like a follow-up or something like that.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for your time. I really, really enjoyed it. It was good fun.
All right, bro. Good luck. I'll be watching.
And I'm sure chat can agree. If you do decide to become a dad streamer, people would enjoy watching.
Amen. All right, man. I appreciate you. Good luck. I'll be watching today for sure.
Nice one. Take care, mate.
All right. Cheers.